Hi, everybody. You're listening to The Public John on wildfireradio.com. Thanks for joining us today on The Public John Podcast. We are getting ready for a special holiday show. I think it's special. Do you think it's special? There we go. Special. Hey, we're getting ready for a special holiday show. I've got two of my newest friends with me, but for now, this is the first one because it's the holidays. Folks, we have a band. We have the official in-house Public John Podcast band, so we're going to let them open the show. Thank you, folks. Thank you. That was our 6-year-old leading the in-house. That's the Public John Podcast Band, everybody. Thank you. Happy holidays. That's right. Those applause signs don't need to flat. Thank you very much. I knew there would be one for the road.
That sounded like a professional musician while I was in there.
It sounded like yes. After his very first lesson, a professional musician, and the teacher said, "We're out." That's it.
Yeah, that's all we
So
can do.
there we go.
It is.
So, all right, guys. So I want to welcome everybody to the show. I've got a couple of guests here, and they're really great.
Oh, we got a gift.
Okay, we got more holiday decorations because there's nothing in there. I can hear.
Oh, there's nothing in there. Never mind.
That's like it's our new stage manager. We're bringing the stuff here, and there's
some nice paper.
There's some nice paper.
There you
All right,
go.
There we go.
It's a nice hat for me, John.
What? Yeah.
There's hope in that bag.
What?
Hope.
Hope. Look like, no, there isn't. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Come on.
That's like,
Gotta get it in there.
Something else.
Hope doesn't just float. Hope snorts.
Gotta get it in there.
Gotta get it in.
To the soul.
Yeah, that's
Right
good.
in there to the soul.
Right in your spirit.
It's the fastest way to get it in.
Happy holidays to us. All right. So we're here. I'm here with a couple of really cool people. Obviously, I'm old enough to be their grandfather. So,
yes.
No. But first off, they're both very entertaining. They're both just starting out in the broadcast business, and I'm really impressed by both of them. So I wanted to have them on because every time I talk to them, we have a good time. So we're just going to converse, talk about what everybody's doing, have a good time while we're wishing you guys a Merry Christmas. This is the first of 2 Public John Podcast Christmas shows. Woohoo! I'm feeling real festive. We're going to put this right here because our stage manager went to all the trouble to bring that. So there we go. I don't know if it's in the thing or not. So if you guys want to interact with us, go ahead, please, on Facebook Live. Feel free to do that. We will try to answer some of your stuff. Albert Casper's watching. Margie Homan's watching. Hey, Albert, Albert Casper, power washing business. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get down with the ghost.
Of course.
Get down with the ghost. Okay? So thanks, guys, for tuning in. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors' friends, or whatever. So, but we do want to thank some people. Good evening, homies, he says. Good evening, homies. What up, Albert? So, but I'm here. I'm going to finally introduce them. The lovely Lauren DeWoody.
Hello.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Okay. And
What's up, guys? This is Joshua Sooy.
there it is. I was
There we
waiting
go.
for him to do his own.
I
I had to give him his cue to let him do his own intro because it works for you.
Yeah.
That's your thing.
I love
That's
it.
his thing.
Yeah.
It's his own tagline. I mean, it wouldn't be the same if I said, "Hello, everybody. This is Josh Sooy."
Yeah, it's not
the same.
Not at all.
Not the same unless it comes from that silky smooth Josh Sooy voice.
Yes. Thank you, John.
No problem. Did that sound authentic?
It was good.
It was good, right? Acting, as the one guy says, acting. So apparently our stage manager is saying something about your eyes.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's saying they're
Wants me
fetching.
to
Remember,
look
it is a
there?
podcast.
What?
What's he saying?
Yeah.
Is this in the way?
He changed the camera. I had it all perfect, and he just messed it up.
They got the logo on the side.
Stage managers are, he had to change it because there was something there that shouldn't have been there, but now it's not there. So
Now we figured it out.
Don't worry about it.
Back
So,
on track.
Back on track.
There we go.
So I'm going to talk to both of these guys, and obviously, folks, please interact with us. Let us know that this thing is working for us and that you can connect, and let us know whatever you want to talk about. And as long as it's not anything that I don't think is inappropriate for these two to answer, if it is inappropriate, then I'll probably answer it because, that's just who I am. So we'll go from there. So we want to thank a couple people for helping us hook up. Dave Virgilio was here
Yes.
earlier, a friend of ours. He helped hook us up. Anthony, what's Anthony's last
Anthony
name?
Haynes.
Haynes, that's right. I'm getting bad with names, folks. Anthony Haynes
getting
hooked up. You don't know him?
Huh?
You don't know him? Is that what you
No,
said?
I do know.
Oh,
I
you
said
do
you're
know.
getting old.
Hey, see, the glass is half full. He said getting. He didn't say I. He didn't say I was old.
Nah.
He didn't say I am
Aren't we
old.
all getting
You're not old yet.
Older,
Isn't
at least.
everyone getting
Everyone's
old?
getting
That's
older.
why I met
Everyone's
John.
That's true. Hey, Elizabeth DeWoody says hi, everyone.
Hi.
Huh?
Hi,
Mom.
Mrs. DeWoody. Do you know what's really coincidental?
What?
Her last name and your last name.
Heard this.
Who knew?
same.
Who knew?
Crazy.
Really? Seriously? That is creepy.
Isn't that really weird?
Yeah, it's a little goofy. Yeah, that's kind of creepy. A friend of mine, JP, is watching. Thanks, Jeanette. She has Bravo Performance Studios in Egg Harbor City. And this time of year, they're really busy. So thanks for taking the time. Where they're teaching children of all ages, I think, as they like to say. Everything from dance to song to
That's awesome.
poetry, every kind of art you
Cool.
could do. So they're doing a lot of little shows around in that area right now. And so thanks for taking a couple minutes to watch. Paul Merritt's watching. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Merry Christmas. There you go, from Bravo Performance Studios. No. Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, I like it. You. That was good. Paul Merritt. Hey guys. Hey Paul. Jason Jacob. I'm sorry. I have fogged up glasses. My glasses. Or it's the RIF program, and I'm failing. I only did RI. RIF. So thanks, Jacob, for joining us too. Let's flip a coin. Okay, heads I lose. Okay, well, let's talk to Lauren first. I'm going to go back and forth with these guys because they're both at different levels of their educational process, but some of the stuff they do extracurricular wise and some of the stuff they do outside of school is really awesome. It's really interesting. Hi, Beth. Friend of mine, Beth, is watching. Beth has a limousine company. Beth, when you get a chance, down by Atlantic City, and we work together. And so it's pretty neat that she's joined us. Thanks, Beth. Let me know the name of your limo company, and we'll give it a quick shout out while we're on here. I forget. I'm terrible with it, with names again. And the worst part is I know it and I can't think of it. So
Well, if she comments below, then we
if
can
she
give her a
comes in,
quick plug.
then we'll know.
Everyone.
She'll say,
Maybe one of your
"Hey."
sponsors someday.
You never know. Oh, Josh Sooy, looking out for
I'm thinking
the
big picture,
old
I
guy,
mean.
the guy getting older. Yep. Yes, she's working hard. Jeanette was saying about Bravo Performance working hard for their Christmas concert.
Oh,
that's
exciting.
Yeah, they're doing them all over the place. So in that area. Okay. Twilight Limo. There we go. Hi, Beth. There it is. Twilight Limo. They do a lot of work. They'll go all over the place. Airports and pick people up. Atlantic City.
Good to know.
The whole area. Proms. Weddings. They'll pick people up at airports, like I said, and bring them in and stuff. Or if you're at the casino and you're running a little late and you don't like Uber, and I got a whole thing about Uber.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I mean,
but that'll be seen in the future, so we
Yeah.
can't discuss that. Right?
If I call them now, do you think they could pick me up from here after
They could
your
pick
show?
you up. It'd be a little while,
Yeah.
but we could stall
It's a
for
limo,
more
though.
time.
It's kind of worth it.
It is kind of worth it,
Yeah.
I think. So if we could get somebody from a particular company who got his first musical shot tonight to write the check and give out the credit card, we could get you guys ride home in style. And then you know what's really good is the next day you guys would need rides back to your cars.
This is true.
Yeah.
So
This
I mean,
is true.
we got to get them to write the check, but I think we got a better shot of me being slim, within the next 2 days. So that's not going to happen. So. All right, so I'm kind of stalling for time. I want to let you know about a couple things, and then I'm going to go to our guests here. First off, Jersey Comedy on January 18th. We're going to kick back up at Leatherhead Comedy Club in Egg Harbor City. And the awesome urban legend Dave D, who's been a guest on some shows and was a guest on my first podcast show with the awesome Andy Julia. We are going to be at Leatherhead Comedy Club, like we said, in Egg Harbor City. Always a fun night. Dave D is headlining. That's right. Dave D headlining. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Very exciting.
Danny Madden out of Philly is going to come down and perform, and he's funny as heck. I will probably end up hosting. If not hosting, then I'll probably be on or something to do some stuff as well. And a couple other surprise comics are going to come in and have a good time. It's always a fun night. It's we've dropped the ticket prices down for you folks because the whole thing for Jersey comedy was to make it affordable for people to come out, have a good time. So it's going to be $10 at the door. We may put them online. If I do, you guys will see all the stuff. So we're going to have a good time. There's good food there, free parking, and around here you can't beat free
Those are
parking.
always good things.
That's almost
Yeah,
worth it right there.
very true.
$10. If you think about it, folks, it's $10 just for a premium parking spot, and the rest is bonus.
Yeah.
Come on
There
in.
you go.
There you go. So, where can you beat that, Josh Sooy?
I don't know, John. That sounds like an amazing event. You're gonna have to tell me about it.
I'm going to have to
Send
tell
me
you
the
about
information.
it. I'll have to
Yeah.
send you some info. Yeah, I'll have to send you some
Absolutely.
info. And I don't know what the first Friday in January is. If anybody's watching, our first Saturday, I apologize, in January is. Let me know. I believe we're going to be out Ventnor Coffee hosting the world famous Ventnor Coffee Open Mic Night, which is every first
That's fancy.
Saturday of the month. That's fancy.
Very nice.
It is. They're very famous. I host that. And musicians, comics, poetry readers, spoken word, singers, anybody that has a talent, wants to perform on a stage, this is a great place to do it. There's no cover. Come out, have a nice cup of coffee or decaf or tea or something, whatever, just enjoy really a free show. And a lot of times you get some really good people there. So it's a lot of good talent, and it's that's even better because that's free street parking, and the cover is the low price of
$0.
$0. There it is. You
I guess
can't
they're
beat
right.
that. So
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it. So if you get a chance, come on out to Ventnor Coffee. That's the first Saturday in January. If somebody's watching, tell me what that date is. Let me know. If not, then we'll go there.
Usually I'm the one that tells you what the date is when you're saying like this
True.
certain day in the month.
Yeah, I usually have no idea. So now Josh can't do that, but he could. I mean, because we are a podcast basically, but I don't want him to be bothered with that tonight. He helped set up as well, so I want to thank you for that too, Josh.
You're
for
welcome,
helping
John.
set this
Thank you
puppy
for
up.
having me on your amazing show.
No, amazing show.
Yeah.
Must be the amazing. It's
Yeah.
always the amazing guests. Let me tell you, and of course the band.
Of course.
The
Band,
Of course.
the band. I mean,
On
how
the
can
organ.
you- on the band, on the organ. How can you beat that band? Some of I don't think any of these folks will know that name, so I'm not going to do that. So
He doesn't need me.
He doesn't need it. We'll just go back to proving Josh's point about me getting older. He left me a little wiggle room though.
There you
Thanks,
go.
Josh.
That's
'Cause
all
we're
you need.
That's it. And
That's all you
Lauren,
need.
it's a positive spin. We're all getting older. Yes,
that's
we
fine.
are.
That's good.
If not, are you
Growth
even a
and
successful human at that
exactly.
point? You're
That's
not.
like really your one job.
That's one job.
human.
Well, there's two jobs. One's getting older, and the other one is not getting older.
Saying alive.
Every human, right? No, that's it. Humans not getting older
Not getting
is the
too
ultimate.
much older.
Right, is something that every human basically is born to do. If you
Very
can't
true.
do that,
You failed as a
You
human.
have failed as a human. January 5th is the first Saturday. Thank you, Margie. January 5th, we will be at Ventnor Coffee. Well, I will be at Ventnor Coffee hosting, and it's always a great night and a fun night. So if you want, come on down to the real Jersey Shore, as we call it. And, yeah, you like that? The real Jersey
real.
Shore. The real, not that fake thing up past Central Jersey. No, that's not the Jersey Shore. Down here's the Jersey Shore, folks. Cape
true.
May, Sea Isle, Ocean City,
City.
Atlantic City, Ventnor, Margate. That's the Jersey Shore to me. So,
I agree.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, what's better in the summer than just grabbing your stuff and taking a ride to Ocean City
I agree.
Nothing.
or
Yeah.
or somewhere on the way? It's
You know,
just
I live in a
great
beach town up
vacation.
there now, and it's nothing compared to.
oh, that's right. So tell me, you're in college,
I am in college. I go to Monmouth University, which
Okay.
is in West Long Branch,
okay?
which is a mile from the beach.
Okay, a mile from.
Wow.
So
Hate it.
very rough.
Yeah.
Well, it's a rough deal. Well, this time of year it's not great, is it?
Yeah, no, it's cold and not
Windy.
windy, very windy. Not the best, but you know, those 2 weeks in the beginning and the 2 weeks at the end, it's warm.
Right.
That's what makes it worth it.
That makes it worth it. 2 weeks in the beginning, 2 weeks, and that's it.
The beaches here are where my heart is.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't
for
blame
sure.
you. I remember, I'm not going to tell you when, because we'll go back to Josh's point, but Ocean City was always the great thing. You go to 9th Street or you go out to 36th. 9th was
I like
where, if you
59.
wanted, 59th is really nice now.
Yeah.
It used to be 36th as far as most people went, but now with all the beach erosion stuff, yeah, it's went further down. Beach-wise, you're right. That area is best because there's no distractions. Like you go to 9th Street, and that's where all the boardwalk shops.
Yeah, it's everyone's
That's where
Yeah.
everybody's at. Everybody's packed, and, especially in the summer and stuff. But yeah, if you're going just to be outside in the sun, enjoy your day on
I'm a
the
huge
beach.
beach person. So.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's a great time. What is it? Oh. Plus, I don't understand what but this Jersey Shore is no Snooki. Yeah, well, there's no Snooki here. Okay, from Jersey Shore. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm all right with that. I sacrificed myself by not knowing who Snooki is in person. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, I sacrificed myself. I'm not looking to.
True.
I've made a conscious decision
To not.
consciously know her.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Maddie Coughlin's watching. Chrissy, I'm not messing up your name. It's Chrissy Icavelli.
There you go.
I said it right the first time. I murdered it one time. It was awful. And the worst part is I know her. It's not like just a quote unquote Facebook friend. Oh, it's a nice woman. I know her, and she's tough as nails. This woman, and fights battles every day, and pleasant demeanor, great person. I'm just terrible with names. And I knew her name, and I still botched it up. But it was almost like a whole running gag for a while because I messed it up so bad. So apparently Hooked on Phonics is the same as the Riff program. I wasn't hooked. And I wasn't hooked, and I didn't finish the Riff program. What's the matter with me? I don't finish anything. What's going on? I don't know. All right, so Lauren. Hi, Joe. How you doing? Joe's my friend from out west in Kansas.
Hi, Joe.
Well, we're
Joe,
national now.
We'll do. This is Lauren. This is Josh.
Hello.
Lauren DeWoody.
Hi.
Josh Sooy. And tell me,
to meet
guys. Yep. Good to almost meet you, right?
Yeah.
Almost.
Good to meet you on social media. Hey now. All right. So, what year are you in college?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore.
Yes.
Whoa.
I just finished my first semester of my sophomore year.
Did you? And what's your major?
Social work.
Social work.
Yes.
What do you hope to be with it? If you have that planned out.
I actually am interested in working in criminal justice with it.
Yeah, and that's
So.
the right field, social work. Do they have a criminal justice department there, or
They
no?
do, yes. They
Separately
do.
or under the social?
Separately, but you can minor or
You
whatever.
can minor into it,
yeah.
transfer into it.
Yeah, so I
That's
haven't.
good.
I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that. But
Gotcha. Yeah, you still have time as a
Yeah,
sophomore. You
yeah.
can wait until
Absolutely.
next year. if
Next
you
year,
want.
yeah, whenever.
And that's good. That's good though. It's a good field to get into.
Thank you. I'm
Now,
excited.
I will say with social, it can be very rewarding.
Yes.
But if it's for financial stability,
Yeah,
definitely
that's what everybody
not.
says. Yeah.
not until you get like a master's or higher. It's a struggle. What do you do? Oh, that's right. Joe's driving. She's in Kansas. She's driving like a 3-hour drive. Take her dogs to her sister's. Her sister's a veterinarian. Before she flies out west to see all the people I'm going to see in Arizona. So that's
Very
cool.
nice.
So, hey, thanks for listening, Joe. I'm with Lauren DeWoody and Josh Sooy. Lauren is Monmouth, right?
Monmouth,
Awesome.
yes.
Sophomore. Awesome.
Sophomore, yes.
And yeah, social work. It's very rewarding.
Yeah,
from an emotional end, from a professional end.
Absolutely.
And it can also be emotionally draining as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on what part of it is. But yeah, until you get a master's, it's not very rewarding.
Monmouth has a 5 years master's program that
Oh,
I
okay.
can apply to at the end of my
After
sophomore year.
at the end of sophomore year.
So
All right, that's
I'm
a good thing to do.
try and get into that actually. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. That's right. Yes, sir. You keep plugging, man. That'll be the way to do it. Now, I'm going to turn to Joshua.
There we go.
There we go. And then we'll turn back to you. We'll turn back to you. And my neck's going to get sore. It already is. I'm sitting in the middle. I'm trying to remember it's a radio show, basically. Sitting in the middle. So, yeah, I'm like, bing, bing, bing. And my Santa hat, this ball on my Santa
it's smacking
hat. Every
you.
time I turn my head, it's smacking me in the cheek. I'm like, I'm not as festive as this thing is making me look. Trust me. Maddie's a social networker.
There you go.
Nice. And he is too. He's got some really funny stuff. So Josh, Josh Sooy is kind of Lauren, you know this, he's a renaissance man kind of for his age. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's
Absolutely.
into so many things.
Yeah.
Okay, first, where do you go to school?
Millville Senior High School.
Millville Senior. Are you a senior yet? Or?
Yes, I am.
You are a senior. Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes you 17.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Great guess.
Yeah, that and the fact that we all say all the time you're 17. That was the memory kicked in. You notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that's like?
Do you know how old I am?
I don't, but I'm going
We
to
said
take a
it earlier
guess.
today.
All right.
Did I? Or did she?
No, we all talked about it earlier.
Was
did
I
talk
there?
about this.
Yeah, you were there.
I was there. See, I'll tell you, getting older. Getting older. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to go with, I really don't. I'm going to go with 20.
I'll be 20 on Saturday.
20 on Saturday?
Yes.
Close enough.
Close
Close
enough.
enough. There we
Close
go.
enough. The old dirt guy wins when I did it. I had no idea. I was just doing the math thing, which actually, technically, I was wrong. So
Close enough. Close enough.
Yeah.
they're giving me a pass. Isn't that nice of them? So, Josh, you're 17. You're a senior at Millville High School. You're
Yes,
on
I
a
am.
roll, brother. Tell me what else you do at Millville Senior High School.
Well, I'm in the Millville Senior High School Jazz Ensemble, which is basically a class. We go in, sit down, take out our instruments, and just play jazz music all block.
And you know what instrument do you play?
I play the trumpet. I
Yes.
also play the piano, but I play the
Do you
trumpet.
play the piano too? That's right.
Yeah.
I think you told me that once, right? See,
Yeah.
I did forget until you.
He was playing earlier.
Were you?
Yeah, I played a
On the
little
old
bit.
the old thing over there.
Yeah.
Well, we had to chase you off because the band came
Yeah.
in and they
band.
needed the instrument. Yeah, the band came in for the opening holiday theme song. Somebody shoot me. So you're a trumpet player, and you know what? I saw Josh. I think some of us took some pictures
Yes.
at Cumberland Mall.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
I was so proud, folks, because you know all this. Well, it's my show. I could say crap. All this
Say
crap.
whatever you want, John.
As soon as I said it's my show, their eyes got big, and it was like, "Oh my God, he's gonna do it! No, it's gonna be real profane." And then I go, "Crap!" And it's almost like they looked at me and were like,
little
"Such a
disappointed.
All
letdown."
that.
A little
Yeah,
disappointed.
really.
All that build
All
up.
that build up
Yeah.
for crap.
For crap, yeah, all that build up for crap. It's that this way or this. It's a noun or a verb.
True.
So it's a magical word. Whoever thought that crap would be magic. I was so proud, and I think I mentioned it to a couple people, but I was so proud of to have said that, yes, I graduated years ago from Millville High School, because you know what? Stop it. Josh is looking at me kind
I thought it, John. I was gonna say.
Josh is
it,
looking at me going,
I was thinking
were
about it.
the horse and buggies when they took you to
Oh,
school yellow?
stop.
Were they like yellow, and did they have little red reflectors to go over the railroad tracks?
No, John, you had cars back then. You were like
Yeah.
the Flintstones,
I was like
running,
the
with the
Flintstones.
running with the cars.
I had big biceps because we had to crank the cars to
Right,
get them
of course,
started.
of
Yeah,
course.
you weasels. But I was so proud of Millville because the choir and these guys played "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Yeah.
They didn't buckle to the political pressure and all that stuff.
We couldn't.
And I'm sitting there and I'm
It's a
looking
good
at
song.
We
and I'm
practiced
looking
it.
at somebody that was with me. Go ahead.
We practiced it a month before the whole thing happened,
Right.
and then we were like, listen, it's a song. It's a
Yeah.
Christmas song. Who cares what's going on with the political world? It's a Christmas song.
Did they
It's
let you
traditional.
guys decide?
No. Well, yes.
Yes and no. They let you have input, and then the
Yes,
director
they
went,
asked, the
"I
director
will go
asked
with it."
us,
But
he
it
was
their
like,
decision.
hey, like, are we going to play this song? We were all like, yeah.
For two reasons. One, like you said, you didn't want to
not
cave
a
to
big
political
deal.
pressure. And then, of course, two, we practiced it for a month. I'm
that
not throwing that effort out the door,
Yeah.
man. No way. That's like me. I practice walking every day. I'm not stopping that anytime soon.
There
Don't
you
get me
go.
wrong. I don't
Yeah.
do it as good now as stop it, John. No. Shane, hey, how's it going, Shane? Nice
Hi,
to see you,
Shane.
bro.
Hey, Shane.
Yeah, Shane Sawyers. These two say hey.
Hello.
Hey,
Actually, they said hello and hey, so a little different.
said both.
We saw him
both,
earlier,
yeah.
but
But it was so cool. It's like I was with somebody, and we're, and you saw us,
Yeah.
and we're in the mall, and all of a sudden it started, and I looked, and he was like, "Dude, why are you so excited?" I said, listen. He's like, "Why are you so excited?" I said, listen. But it's baby, it's cold outside. I'm so pumped up. I'm so jazzed up right now.
I had a feeling
I didn't even
too.
really like that song very much until everybody else said, "Oh, it's so."
Everyone else hates it now. John
Everybody
loves
hates it. It's like, bam, it's a theme.
My favorite.
I had a
I'm going to be
feeling, too.
singing that in August. You know?
True.
It's like, yeah, that's usually when I try to have Christmas carols going anyway. July and August, because it's so anti.
Christmas in July.
Exactly,
That is a
Christmas in
thing,
July.
true.
Winter Wonderland. Hey, you know, that kind of a thing. Lounge Lizard, Christmas carols and stuff. So yeah, it's like I was so proud. I was like, you know, good for you guys though. Because I'm sure you guys had some input, because if anybody didn't want to do it,
Yeah.
then they would have voiced their opinion. So I was kind of proud, you know, it was kind of neat to see you guys still stuck to your guns, you know, even if it was the director made the decision, it was still cool that everybody stuck to their guns and said, you know what, no, we're singing
doesn't
this
matter.
darn song, and we're singing it at Christmas in the mall, you know, which is a fairly
go.
busy time, and there were quite a few people there.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know what, we're singing. I didn't see anybody get up and leave the free Christmas show. Nobody left because you offended them.
Well, John,
if
it was
anything,
like-
boom. Well, I
It was
was
$50 tickets. You didn't pay your $50. You better give it to me right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
I mean,
Send me a bill, brother. And hey, happy holidays. Hope you weren't going to use that to buy a gift for somebody. You know, that's re-gifting, and it's real. But it was really good. And it was a good show.
Yeah.
And it was really neat. But and everybody was very courteous, very kind, and these guys, you could tell, put a lot of effort into it and stuff. Musically, it was great.
it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. Wasn't
It's always fun
It was
playing
fun.
and performing.
Yeah, you like that?
It's just great.
Is
Like,
it? Yeah. Well, I got to admit, you got props. You did really well,
Thanks.
and I was just happy as heck that when I heard that song, it was like I was like a little kid.
I believe it.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh. I mean, the only thing that could have topped it was if it was a Halloween song. Monster Mash at
Yeah,
Christmas.
Monster Mash.
At Christmas
That's
would have
a
been
good one.
great. That would have been awesome. But other than that, I just thought the whole thing was really cool. So, so you play trumpet,
Yep.
right? In the band. Didn't you used to
Yeah, I
do
used
something
to-
sports related? Too?
Yeah, I used to run track and cross country.
Did you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I ran
Isn't that-
winter
Yeah,
track
right?
Yeah.
my freshman, junior, and sophomore year. I did it out of order, but freshman, sophomore, then junior year. I did spring track my freshman and sophomore year.
Wow.
And I did cross country my junior year. And you know
Okay.
why I stopped running,
Why
right, John?
did you stop running, Josh?
Well, so we have this meet called counties, which is every school in Cumberland County, basically
Right.
Vineland, Mobile,
Bridgeton.
Cumberland Regional, and Bridgeton.
Oh, I forgot about Cumberland.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
We all raced, and of course I medaled. It was the only meet
Oh,
I medaled in.
medal.
It was the only meet I medaled
Oh,
in.
of
though, 'cause I
course
was
I
slow.
medaled.
It was my first year running. So then the next week we had another meet called Cows, which is schools from all over South Jersey.
Okay. Yeah.
And so we were practicing running on hills and stuff, and we were running 600 meters, like up and down hills. And I was running, and I was tired, of course. We were all tired. I was running. All of a sudden, my ankle gave out,
Ooh.
and I heard a
I had that
snap,
happen.
and then I just was done.
That was it. Well, I had that happen once, and let me. Like, it's still. They say it's 17 degrees off still to this day. And the only way to fix it is have it's like a fourth surgery. I'm done. Can I walk? Yeah.
Yeah.
Will I always be
That's
all to
all I
walk a little bit? Yeah. I'm done.
all I need.
I don't want anybody cutting it open anymore. I'm
I feel
done
the
with
same
it,
way.
you know?
I have knee issues, and
Yeah, well, I have
they say
knee
the same
issues.
thing to me, and I can still walk.
Yeah,
That's all I
walk
need to
around,
do.
I'm good. I don't need to have the slice and dice Ginsu thing going if I don't
agree.
need to.
I'm right there with you.
So what's the long-term prognosis for it?
Well, luckily it wasn't a break, but
Right.
it was a major sprain.
Well, I was just going to say, you know what? Pain-wise and recovery-wise,
Oh yeah.
sprains are worse because it's a tear of ligaments,
Oh,
tear of
yeah.
stuff.
there's really nothing
where
you
a
can
bone, unless it's a really bad compound fracture or something, if it's a clean break, a bone will heal in 4 to 6 weeks a lot of times. Whereas a sprain of anything, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. I think
It
mine was
took
like
me, like-
12 weeks. I was in a cast for the summer up to here,
Man.
then lowered to here, lowered to here, and I thought, well, at least I don't have to go into I was a policeman at the time, so I thought, well, I'm not going to have to work. I
you
guess
go.
all summer I'm going to be at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put me on the desk, and on midnight I was like, so I had to go in a half a uniform with a leg cast on, police shirt, gun belt, and gym shorts. I was like, it's kind of a cool outfit, but I can't really go anywhere. I gotta,
I might have to wear that on your next show, John.
it was great having you this one time. It was awesome. No, so it's okay now?
Yeah, it's okay now. It took me like 8 weeks to recover. Then I started running 2 months later, but just those times where I wanted them.
That's the other thing is if you can't get the times back. I mean, sometimes after an injury like that, you could be off just a little bit, and you can never get back to where you were.
So I just stopped running because I was like, I'm not gonna just do that. Like,
stopped
work
running
super hard.
Oh man. Oh wait, what's Chrissy say? There you go, love it. Oh, thank God I said her name right. I always think that's my major accomplishment for the day. No matter what happens, I said my friend Chrissy's name right. She's awesome, and I'm really awesome that I said it right because
There you go. I'm proud of you.
I want you to know that it's an effort, especially today for some reason. But we got it done. I think that's all we have so far. So if anybody's out there and has a question for us or wants to talk to us, please feel yeah. The lease is running out on the rental. On the verbal skills, I released them every month. So you only get so many words you can speak, and I guess I must be starting to run a little low on it. So it's bad. It's very bad. So, no.
Well, if you can't speak next year, John, you can just grow your beard out, get a red coat to match your hat, and then be Santa Claus.
Ho.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about my ex-wives, but I had to go there. Sorry.
All 20 of them.
All
man.
3 of them. Well, no. All 3 of them. 20. 20. Holy moly! I would have died from a heart attack. Jeez. And I don't mean for any other reason except I did this 20 times to myself.
What is wrong with
What's
me?
wrong with me? Actually, when I think about the other time, I did this that many times. Oh, what's wrong with me?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Now, Beth, now. I know, Beth, I know.
Yeah.
There's just no, it's awful. And she knows. It's like, he's shot out. So, you want to do social work. Do you
Yes.
know what you want to do in social work? Do you have a specialty or anything like
Criminal
that?
justice.
You do want to do, that's right, you did say that. See, they want the memory. Getting older. So you
In what, 5 minutes?
investigations, regular police work, administrative? do you
I
know?
think I want to be a social worker within either some kind like a prison or like an after facility. I actually was able, my dad set it up, I was able to meet with one of the social workers at the prison in Bridgeton and sit down and talk to her and ask her some questions. And
Oh, nice.
yeah, it was really, really
cool.
interesting. And she told me a lot about the career itself and how she got into the position that she was. And
Oh, nice.
so
Okay.
that was really interesting. So.
And did she try to steer you away from it, or
No, not
you
at
don't
all.
want to
No,
do
no, no.
this, or was it more
No,
like,
no, no.
hey, you go?
Yeah, no, it was a very positive experience.
Oh, good. All right. Now, Josh, you've been playing trumpet.
Yep.
What do you study? Do you have a particular thing you're interested in school?
Well, I'm going to college next year, and I'm kind of thinking about accounting and also broadcasting and like technical engineering.
Awesome. And I should
So many options.
You do have a lot of options.
Yeah.
Both of you do. How much coffee did I have today, John? That's not that much. That's probably what the problem is.
Maybe that might be it.
I'm under double figures.
Maybe.
So,
That could be the problem.
Yeah, that could be the problem. Both of you. The reason I had you on is you're both obviously very well spoken, and
Thank you.
I've seen you both on some broadcasting stuff. And she's all choked up over her future.
yeah.
Oh, over your future. Congratulations
yeah.
on your future. All choked up. Why? Now, do you guys have something in the works? I don't even know what to say. Broadcast-wise or anything like that? Yeah, like a project, right? Don't you just have something going, or
We're working on
We
it.
have
something you're
things
thinking of?
very early working.
Yeah. We're not allowed to announce
Yeah, I
them
don't know
yet.
if we're
but-
talking about it yet.
Okay. Is
I'm not sure.
that
There
is
is
that
some things
a
growing.
teamwork thing? A conjoined thing? Like you're both
Yeah,
involved
there's
in
a
it?
thing we're working.
Things,
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
Because if you're not allowed to talk about it, I don't want to. This isn't one of them shows going. Well, this is the place to break it up. No, it's not really. Seriously, don't get me wrong. Well, no, we do have some people that would hear it. So sometimes somebody will like to say, stay tuned. There's only 2 people. It's not a bit. And you have some people watching. So.
No, you get millions of views, right, John?
Millions of views.
It'll be up after this.
Oh yeah, there's more going now. But that's cool. To me, both of you have a future in broadcasting as well, if you want it. Depending on how much, either not necessarily how much you want it, because I've seen and I know that life is sometimes pulls you away from things that you like to do.
Right.
So if you have a future in it, okay. But even if you want to do it just for your own entertainment or for fun or something,
a side gig.
Right, a side gig. There you go.
There you go.
It's your side gig. You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, Josh.
I do know what you're saying.
Josh knows what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
What is it? You see what I'm putting down?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Because I need everybody to do that. I can't bend over. If I drop it, somebody
It's
needs
down
it.
there.
It's down there. Like Josh says, I'm getting older. Somebody needs to bend over and pick it up and give it to me because I'm out. Yeah. There's something wrong with me. It's okay.
Something wrong with all of us. We established this.
We have. Actually, we have established that. You're liking broadcasting,
Yeah.
right? Anything else? What are you studying in school, though?
I'm still in high school.
So
I'm
you're.
doing
I mean, you haven't
requirements.
focused on.
No, I haven't
Any
focused
particular
yet in
thing,
high
yeah.
school.
No. What are you thinking about in college? Are you thinking
Either
about that?
broadcasting or accounting. Actually, I had to change my schedule in high school to next semester. So the second half of the school year, I'll be taking broadcast journalism.
Wow,
Nice. That's exciting.
Next
Either
thing you
that
know,
or culinary,
we're gonna hear.
so.
Let me tell you something. I know some people that went to a culinary school, the one in Atlantic Cape Community College. It wasn't Cape then, so I still get confused saying it.
Understood.
I just get confused. That's all,
We know, John.
Thanks for not.
We know.
We know.
And they're like, we know, John.
We know,
We're
John.
used to it.
It's going to be okay.
It'll be
We're
all right.
okay.
You'll get through it.
We got to change his bib. It'll be okay. Great, these guys. But they take care of me. But the culinary thing is so hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's really and
yeah.
very time consuming. And to me, that's one of them things too that you never ever learn it all. But it's very creative. That's the other part. A lot of people don't realize that a cook or a chef
What goes into it.
is very creative in some of the dishes they make and how they make them and things like that. So but that's really a lot of work.
Yeah, absolutely.
But obviously, so is broadcast journalism in a whole different way. I'm ready. I say it all the time. Josh will know it. Sometimes I do it with a thing I have on my phone, but you'll hear, do, 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 do. So now I'm just thinking it's going to be Josh. Do, 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 do. This just in.
That's just it.
And he's going to be going,
Joshua
I'm
Sooy.
Joshua Sooy here.
Yeah, for South Jersey's news channel, whatever it is, I'm Joshua Sooy. He wouldn't even care about the channel.
I'm going national, John.
He's going national. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
national,
I'm
baby.
Like, I owe this all
Bigger
to my
idea.
pal, John Harris, who started me on his public
NBC
John show.
News. I'm Joshua Sooy. And the old Chevy Chase line from Saturday Night Live. I'm Joshua Sooy, and you're not.
It's true.
That's true. So you got that going for you, which is nice. But that's cool. Broadcast journalism.
That's very
nice.
cool.
That is cool.
I wish I took something like that in high school.
Well, You're not taking that yet, right? You're
No, I'm
taking it till
I'm taking it in high school, though.
In high school.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, in the
Okay.
second half of the school year.
Oh, nice. That's right. You did say so. Boy, memory gone. Okay. What's that stuff? Focus factor? I'd have to take a bottle every day. It helps you with your memory. How many pills are there? Oh, 100. But if I could just remember what I did in 1972, it would be great. Which is never going to happen. So, we all knew somebody else that needs focus factor. If it really helps you focus. I'm thinking it doesn't. Yeah. So I just really like being with these two guys and hanging out. Well, guy and girl. I didn't even get that right. Guy and girl. No, wait. No! I'm so confused. I just like hanging out with you. Every time I see him, it's like always fun. We always have a good time.
Yeah.
And we can discuss just about anything.
Absolutely.
Just about anything. There's lines to draw.
There's
For
some
instance, I don't talk football with these guys or anything like that. Woo! Hey now!
Man.
I'm breaking my own set. What's wrong with that?
Took me 2 hours to set this up, John.
I know.
Oh,
it did.
there we
go. We didn't help. No. Well, you helped more than we thought because you kept the band
I helped
practicing.
The band.
You
Yes.
helped.
Yes.
You helped get the band
Ready
get
to
them
go.
focused, ready to go. So the band was here for the opening number, and that was great. I have no idea right now where we are.
It is, according to our Apple Watch that we have here,
We're
because we are
almost done.
sponsored by Apple.
Oh,
No, we aren't.
Apparently we are. I didn't
Really?
know.
Oh, wow.
Not yet. Someday, guys.
Someday Josh Sooy will be sponsored by Apple.
Apple.
That's great, Josh. That's great. Meanwhile, we're left out.
We'll be here.
We'll be lucky if we're picked up by a pomegranate. Okay, it's just what is up with that? So I see that it's what 6:55.
6:56 now.
Oh, 6:56. 4 minutes before 7 on that digital dial.
Man.
There we go. That was the old DJ stuff. I used to love doing that stuff. But no more. So we may go to about 7:05 or so, 7:10, but that would be about the end because we're going to clear the airwaves for some things, and I don't want to keep these guys too long, but I do want to thank them. It's been a lot of fun. It's kind of that contrast, folks, with these guys have their futures ahead of them. They're very energetic. They're both very creative, and like I said, and they're both good people, and we have a lot of fun just talking about it in general. And I can't help but come in and ask them, so what are you up today? Sometimes it's like, how you doing? You know, and I'm just hoping they give me that little. I guess you could say we kind of live sometimes vicarious through you guys. And I think it's a lot of fun just seeing how energetic you are and seeing the positive energy you both have. You know?
Thanks, John.
So,
That's nice.
yeah.
And we do the same to you when we come.
We do the same to you, pal. It's beautiful.
We can always count on you for a few laughs. 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
you're,
absolutely.
Legendary comic.
Legendary. Yeah.
Legendary.
There
You
it is.
know what legendary is?
What?
Another word for old.
Oh.
Josh just keeps throwing them old references out there. That's awesome. He's
Just a coincidence,
legendary. You know?
folks. Just a coincidence.
In the old days of folklore, John was funny.
Back in Shakespearean
Back in
times.
Shakespearean.
He would read his
Yeah.
poems and
Poor
people would
Yorick. He lost his money at the track. You know, I mean, what do you do?
What accent was that?
It was supposed to be a bad Shakespeare. Well, it was bad.
Sound like
Was
the New
it?
York
That was
True.
bad. New York Captain. Where are you going, my friend? Oh no!
There's that Uber.
There's that Uber.
There he is.
There is. I saw cab drivers in New York that had both Uber and Lyft signs,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
guess they were double
There's a lot
dipping.
of
You know,
those.
yeah. There's a lot in the
There's a
city.
lot.
Yeah, it's like I'm not getting from Uber. Oh, I got a call from Lyft. Okay, they were gonna make it. And I was talking to a couple of them, and they spend so much money on their cars because that's their main job.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll go out and they got to get a nice car because when people look up Uber, they go, "Oh, look, a Lincoln
nice,
Town
yeah.
car, ooh," you know. And then you see the next guy, Toyota Corolla. I'll wait the 2 minutes for the guy with the town car. You know, I'm gonna ride his style. Me, if I'm in New York, I don't care. First one comes
Yeah,
up, man.
first one, yeah.
Get me back
Me
to
too.
Manhattan or
Super
Broadway.
busy.
Get me where I got to go. So, you okay?
Just
sure.
bronchitis.
Are you sure you're not
It's
dying?
just
Bronchitis.
contagious bronchitis. And here's a new thing, folks. The CDC has found out that everyone watching a show can get it.
Ah.
So we're sharing our diseases
My
with
bronchitis.
you. Her bronchitis is
Wear
going to
face
affect
masks.
us all.
From my sister to me.
Oh, that's right. You got it from your
Yes,
sister. Is that
I
right?
did.
Yeah. Older or younger sister?
Older.
Older. And didn't take responsibility. That's
I know.
oh man. Well, I do want to thank these guys for coming on. I'm going to mention a couple of quick people. We were talking about Albert Casper earlier. Albert may sponsor the show, which is really nice of him. But even if he doesn't, he's still a good guy.
get
Even if
down
he
with the
doesn't
goats.
sponsor
Either
the
way,
show,
great
he's
guy.
still a good guy.
Albert, come on. I know you want to sponsor this.
Yeah,
yeah,
come on.
yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Who
If you
amazing
can give
show.
us a good reason to not.
Not just Albert.
I don't think there's
anybody that
anyone.
wants
Yeah,
to
anyone.
sponsor the show.
Shane Sawyer's The showroom shine.
Yeah.
You want that on
Showroom
here.
shine. That's right. You want that on here
you want
too.
that on here.
And the prices are pretty darn reasonable.
Yeah,
I won't go
especially
into
for
what
the holiday
they are.
time.
Oh, it's a great holiday
Great
gift for your
gift.
business. Yeah. And this is the time of year you need those tax write-offs too, folks. The end of the year coming.
Very true.
I need an expenditure. Bam.
Bam.
There's some advertising on. Oh, there it is. So.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that I saw a building that Albert did physically. I saw what the building before and after. And Albert, if you're still listening, throw out the website again, and we'll steer some people. But it is Casper's Power Washing. What's the slogan? Get down with the ghost.
Yeah,
right?
get down with the ghost.
Casper again. I saw a couple of the buildings he's done, and it's amazing the difference in them. It's like they got brand new paint jobs when he's done with them. It's like wow.
Absolutely.
The one
amazing.
building was like dirty and filthy and brown and
Yep.
scummy, and I think it took him a full day, maybe even 2 days.
more.
I don't know. And if he's listening, he'll tell us, and if he's not listening, he probably won't tell us. You know. But it's one of those things where the building just looked completely different when he was
Yeah.
done with it.
Whole new
And
building.
Whole new building. So it was great.
And he does decks too.
Yeah, he does
Remember?
decks.
So
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking.
I was listening to your show.
So yeah, he does decks inside and outside. So a lot of good work they do. So that's Casper's Power Washing. It's in Bridgeton, New Jersey.
Get down
you
with
can
the
get down
ghosts.
with the ghost.
Make sure you guys
And they have a
remember that.
Facebook page
Yes.
and their own website too. So please feel free to look them up, because I'll tell you what, they do. He does great work, and he's reasonably priced. He'll work with you as well. So we want to just give Albert that shout out. We're pretty much close to done, guys, I think.
Yeah.
Already.
The time stinking flew.
crazy. It
did,
Seriously.
actually,
It's
yeah.
crazy, Josh. So this is
Insane.
crazy. It's insane. Oh, my God. Josh, I'm going to ask you for a check of the time. You know why I'm doing this?
It is.
He's got an Apple
According
Watch.
to Apple.
Apple iPhone. According to the Apple
is.
Watch.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Now it is 7:02.
Where's the
PM.
band? We needed the drum roll.
Where's
on
the
way
band?
out.
Yeah.
We needed the band. Is the band still around? I sound like Jake in the Blues Brothers. We want to get the band back together
Gotta
to
get
close
the
this
band
out.
back.
Where's the band? I'm thinking the band is gone.
Yeah.
So apparently Murph and the Magic Tones, it's a reference from the movie, is not good. Well, that was perfect.
Probably old.
Murph and the Magic Tones.
There you go.
Oh, that was great. What a reference. And it was fitting. Those tones were everything
Oh, yeah.
but magic. So I guess the band has deserted us, but it was kind of cool to have that going. Elizabeth, is that Mom's?
That
That's
is
Mom's,
Mom.
right?
That's
Mom
Mom.
says it was fun, guys.
That's very
I hope it
fun.
really was. But you know what? You raised a pretty cool young daughter, and
Aw.
your parents did a nice job too.
Thanks.
Because I tell you what, they're both hardworking young folks. Everybody says things about. Are you guys considered millennials or Gen Z?
I think we're Gen.
Z?
I don't know. I'm 98. What does that mean?
You're
98 years
not-
old?
You're,
You look
you're
pretty
almost.
young. 98 years old.
It means
Face
you're
creams.
going to be. Man, that's some good stuff, right?
yeah,
Because
it's
I'm
yeah.
17 and look at me for crying. Oh, that's you. I get us
Yeah, I'm
confused.
17.
I mean, we look in the mirror.
2001.
I can see which one is
2001.
with 2001. I got nothing. But it's really fun. And so thanks, Elizabeth, for not just watching tonight, but doing such a cool job with Elizabeth over here.
I'm Lauren.
Yep,
Thanks,
you.
Lauren's mom.
What did I say?
I said I'm Elizabeth. That's Elizabeth. I'm
That's
Lauren.
see, Elizabeth, don't whatever you do. Don't get old.
Get old,
Don't
like
get
John.
old. Don't get. Don't. It's not good. It's. Margie Homan says, "Great show, guys." Yes, doggone it, it was, Margie. Thank you. And Jacob Suggs agrees. Do you?
It's my brother.
That's your brother.
That's my
right?
brother,
It
yeah.
is your brother. Okay.
my
She has all the followers.
She goes,
I have
"Oh,
everyone."
fun." Hey, my buddy John Perino's watching. Hey, John, we're actually about to go off, but I want to thank you for tuning in, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you and your family are doing okay. John lives up. You're in the city, I believe, John, right?
Which city?
There's
a lot of them.
No, John will tell you. The city.
The
There's
city.
only
The city.
one city. And John is a friend of my partner in Jersey Comedy, Andy Julia. and then I met John at something that Andy did, and John and I have kind of hit it off. I think. Good guy.
John?
We'd probably both go with that. It probably doesn't matter. But I just love going up there. And what's really cool is I'll go up every so often to a comedy show. And John has come to see myself and Andy, and he's a great supporter of everything we've done. And he's funny and a fun guy. So, John, thanks for tuning in, my friend. And I hope you and your family, if I don't talk to you, have a great holiday. I saw the pictures. I think he's got his grandkids. Awesome.
Look who else is watching.
Dennis and Graldi's watching. Dennis. Hey, what's going on? He tuned in just in time. Dennis is Dennis, man. He's great.
Of course, he had to comment.
What, did he comment? I'm still looking at
nice
it, my
hat,
friends.
John.
Nice. Thank you very much, Dennis. I got this at a
nice.
I don't know.
Out of your car.
You know what happened earlier? I got this out of my car.
The real Santa Claus gave it to him. But
That's true.
The real Santa.
The real,
wow.
yeah.
I'm the real Santa Claus. Okay. So, be very, very quiet. Okay, it wasn't even one of my best Elmer Fudd's. It was awful. You guys probably don't even know who Elmer Fudd is, do you?
I actually do know who Elmer Fudd is.
Do you know who Elmer Fudd is?
I've heard of him.
I've heard of him too.
I'm a great sportsman.
Yeah, see? I know that.
You know who
Yeah,
Elmer Fudd is?
yeah.
Now you know who he is?
Yeah.
The big hat.
The name was familiar, and I was like,
familiar.
And then you said it.
Oh, and then you said that. Yeah, I like that. The name was familiar. Was he a country western singer? Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd and the banjo players. Let me see. Who else? Now everybody's tuning in. It's awesome. Thanks, John. And Merry Christmas to you as well. Dennis, what's up, peeps? Every time somebody says peeps, I always think of the little chickens.
Yeah.
The little candy chicken.
Little
Peep,
Easter,
peep, what's up, peeps? I just want to go peep, 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 like that. And that made absolutely no sense at all. Enjoyed the show tonight. Thanks, Jeanette, JP, yo. Yep, perfect Elmer Fudd line. I had a yacht and a mansion. I'm Elmo J. Fudd. I have a yacht and a mansion. Thank you. And yep, Elmer Fudd. Yep. And the old Bugs Bunny days and all that stuff.
My favorite.
The Bugs Bunny is awesome. You know what mine was? See, now we're almost done. And now all these things, now we're really getting into stupid stuff, which is what this show's all about. Daffy Duck was my favorite. Daffy Duck. It was great. There's one where if you ever watch Daffy avoid the draft, there used to be a military draft in like World War II, and there's one where the draft guy shows up at his house, and everywhere he went in his house, the draft guy was on the other side of the door. It was great. It was like boom. So yep, thanks Dennis, Elmer Fudd. Yep, I already said that probably. Jim Comas from the. I'm going to try and get it right again, Jim. I think I got it right last time. The Veterans United Memorial Military Museum.
There you go.
I'm not sure if that's right, but
I don't know.
that's actually.
Hope the best.
We actually did a fundraiser for those guys in Tuckerton, and that's the show I drafted Zach because somebody last minute couldn't make it.
Oh, okay.
So Zach and Jim and Amber came up to see the show, which was really nice of them. Zach's dressed in a pair of basketball shorts and a t-shirt.
Of course.
And we drafted him. As soon as he came up, I'd seen him try a few minutes before in Vineland once, which is where we met. And then I had him host one night, and he did pretty well. And I'm like, you got to help me out because it's only me and one other guy now because the other person canceled last minute. And oh man, and I looked at him and I went, you know you want to do it. And he was like, yeah, okay. So I hosted and brought him up first, and he did. He had a great time with the crowd. He told some jokes, and he was also really good with the crowd. And that was a show where there were some people my age and younger, but Zach was a hit with the ladies. Oh yeah, he was a hit with the ladies. Oh, wow. So that was good. So I want to thank Zach Reed for watching. Jim, Veterans United Military Memorial Museum. I had the military and the memorial backwards. Yeah. Jim's the president of that, and the museum is nonprofit.
Oh, nice.
And it also gets no taxpayer dollars as a nonprofit. They get no taxpayer dollars. They get no help. They have a facility in Tuckerton, and what they do and what he helps lead is they have artifacts. They have everything from weapons to letters to things like that. But they also will give lectures and about everything, every war. Jim, if you're still watching, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think World War I up to the present. And give some historical perspective to people. Could do lectures, there's pictures, there's, like I said, some artifacts from each of the wars up into present day stuff that they get. So, it's educational, it's really close.
Thanks.
Oh, you said close. Bugs Bunny. Opera one with Elmer was great too. Yeah, it's actually called the Blue Danube, but it's okay. But it's not the same. The Huntings, the one that wears something. And I don't know if you guys realize this. We're going to put it out there, and then I'm going to leave you with it because you guys. Where's the band?
Where's the band?
We need the band to close out the show. Where is the band?
Sounds like the band is taking a nap.
I think the band is about banded out. I think musically, we were trying to get them to close the show.
Oh, we hear footsteps. Wait.
Do we hear the whole band? The band is coming out.
Band's here.
Is the band here?
Here we go.
I think
There
so. So we're gonna get ready to wrap. Not yet.
Hold on.
Well, I'm gonna wrap it up. But the band is coming in. They're tuning up the horns, the drums. Everything's getting ready to go. That's not a good sign.
All right.
There we go. That's the intro to the end. No more. Wait. Let me wrap up, and then you can play us out. So I want to say thank you to my very special guest, Lauren DeWoody. Thanks, Lauren. Thanks, Elizabeth, for actually that's what you should say to Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Both.
So we all want to thank you for having Lauren, Elizabeth. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me on your show
Oh, we
as
are.
well.
And doggone it, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Seriously, thanks a
Had a
lot.
great time.
Awesome. And thanks to
Joshua Sooy.
Joshua
There
Sooy.
you go.
He's going to say it himself. It's
Yeah.
not the same.
Right.
I mean, I can say it, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. It never
I'm
will
sorry.
be.
It never
Just
will be.
makes
Oh,
me
the
happy.
thing I was going to leave you folks with is think about it. First cartoon character ever to be transgender.
Oh.
Think about it. Probably in the cartoon that somebody mentioned, Bugs Bunny.
Really?
He was at least a cross-dresser. He was at least a cross-dresser.
yeah.
He wasn't transgender, but he was a cross-dresser. And he does kiss Elmer a lot when he's dressed like that. So yeah, you wore women's clothing.
True.
So, does your show have a theme song? We had a holiday theme song.
Today.
And
Oh, no, it
I
is
think
now.
you'll get to hear it on the way out.
Now you're just hearing sound waves.
And John needs an elderly lady. Thanks, Dennis. I almost like you. Almost. The band is out to lunch. Now he was out to dinner, Jim, but I think he and the rest of the gang, they're tuning up. They're getting ready to close us out. Who'll push the wheelchairs? I don't know. Well, there's a whole volunteer stuff. It's a comic. Okay, and these two are talking to each other. That's great. So terrific. I'm glad with Facebook we could. What the heck was that? And
like
anybody
church
that's near my age watching, if you are, you may remember the old Philadelphia organist Larry Ferrari.
That
If you
is
do,
not who we have.
this is not
This is
Larry
not.
Ferrari. He was an expert organ player.
The same thing.
So we're going to leave you with that, folks. Listen, Merry Christmas. The podcast is going to be on again tomorrow as well. Tune in. My friend Billy Smith is going to be on, and we're going to talk about everything from family to youth sports to some other sports like football, hockey, things like that, and whatever else, some of our old days playing ball and some of the fights we used to get into with other people. We were always on the same side. But some of the things that we probably shouldn't have done, or I shouldn't have anyway, and go from there. So Larry Ferrari on Sunday. Yes, Dennis remembers that. So we're going to let the band play us out. We want to say thank you, folks. Happy holidays for those of you that can't tune in tomorrow, but I hope all of you can. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell the people that your neighbors think are friends, even though they're not. All right? Yeah, I like that one. I might have to keep that one. That's original.
Everyone has those.
Yeah, I got to keep that one. So, thanks, folks. Take us out of here. It's the Public John Podcast Band. Take us out. Only here on the Public John Podcast. I think we're still on. We are still on. Listen to those
There we go.
dulcet tones. Yes, just like
Yep.
Murph and the Magic Tones from the Blues Brothers. Oh.